to listen to. Cause I'm only giving you things you joke about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it in front of y'all, and I don't gotta be false or sugarcoat it at all. I just get on the mic and spit it, and whether you like
Crazy part about that clip, and I don't know if people believe me when I say this, but don't remember being here. Like, I literally have no recollection of actually doing the show. I remember going home and watching it, and I just don't remember being here.
These ringing any bells?
Yes, they are. They're going really fast, though.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were a rapper. Don't rappers talk fast? Are you one of those slow talking rappers or one of the fast talking rappers?
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about how Eminem, he died a long time ago. He was killed. I think he died in a car crash in 2003. He could have been killed by the Illuminati, but I want to tell you guys that if you guys don't know, secret societies, they control our world and have been manipulating our society since the beginning of time. And they use celebrities and musicians and Hollywood actors to influence us. And I think Eminem was one of those types that just couldn't be controlled. He would do what he wanted to do. If he didn't want to do something, he wouldn't do it. And I'm not going to say that he wasn't in the know. Like, I'm sure he knew about the satanic secret societies and the sacrifices, because he does sing about it. Actually, I'm going to show you now.
Like a satanic cult, it's an old ritual slaughtering goats. Like a satanic cult, it's an old ritual slaughtering goats.
There's several different levels, the devil worshipping, horses sex, human sacrifices, cannibalism, candles and exorcism, animals having sex with them, camels, mammals and rabbits, but I don't get into that, I kick a habit.
But maybe he didn't want to do too much of it, right? And I think after his death, they replaced him with imposter. And I'm reading, like, I'm going to show you guys a couple clips of how some interviews of Eminem and some new ones and old ones. And in the older, rare interviews, you can see Eminem's personality. He's not afraid to talk to the interviewer. He's not afraid to speak his mind, to say something stupid or say something or talk back to them.
Alone, I hate you. I want to go home.
I can use. I like them. I mean, I don't like them in abundance. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot in a row. Like, you know, start yanking my hair out and shit. Just like one or two in a day, I'm cool with it.
Every 40 minutes a day, I think.
Yeah, otherwise I feel like I'm trapped like a fucking prisoner and people just want to talk to me and shit, like an animal in a cage and shit.
What's it feel like being a little monkey and being stared at, man? And everybody wants to talk to you and find out how many times you play with your balls.
Yeah, the first part of the movie, I did look scared and I was nervous, and that's actually what happened to me probably the first time I grabbed the mic in front of like a huge crowd of people. It was still out of control.
Eminem, would you like to make any more films? And if so, what kind of projects are you interested in?
I'd like to make out with you. Wait, what was your question? Eminem, what? I'd like to do a porno with you. Yes. Okay.
He's a very intelligent guy. He can write. He wrote lyrics, and I mean, nothing he wrote was so like mind blowing. Like he just wrote about the same stuff like that other rappers write about. He didn't write about any truth, but his rhymes were tight, right? And I can see some of the comments like when the new guy took over, he still had to do the initiation. So he still had to do all these rituals, like the ritual of humiliation, the ritual of confusion. So there were times where he went on like Saturday Night Live talk shows. I think it was with, who's that guy's name? What's that guy's name? I forget his name, but he was pretty much mocking him and making fun of him and pretty much saying stuff that Eminem would know, like saying some songs that came from his hometown and saying, hey, come on, you don't even know the lyrics of this song, you should know because you came from there, right? And obviously he would, but that was a fake Eminem. And then I was reading the comments of these people who are like they're saying, oh wow, look how humble Eminem is. He didn't like say anything back. He didn't talk back to this guy. But guys, this isn't even the real Eminem. He's the freaking imposter, and he's like freaking scared, like thinking like, am I gonna get killed now, or like, because he knows he's faking to be Eminem. He already knows what he's doing. Also, I want to say, reading these comments is pretty, like, reading the comments for this interview is pretty, like, interesting to show, like, how little people know about it. Like, you can definitely tell once you study about the fake Eminem and real Eminem, this is a fake Eminem imposter, and he's actually nervous because he's just joined this secret elite group, and he's had to do these Freemasonic rituals, and he probably has some talent rapping, but he's not the real Eminem. And you have to remember, Eminem probably wrote a bunch of songs, so they probably could make him rap some songs that Eminem actually did write and put in a vault or something that he kept. But anyway, look, they're saying like Eminem can't keep a straight face, and how like Eminem's so humble. And I mean, if the truth is that he's actually, this person right now is scared right now. He's scared because he's getting confused, and he's thinking Stephen Colbert is telling him that he's dead. Like, he knows that this group is powerful people who could kill him, right? So he's pretty nervous. And then he asks after, at the end of this interview, am I performing next? Why would he have to ask if he's not a puppet? And the real Eminem was quick-witted and intelligent, and he would talk quickly back. If someone was talking like this to him, he would quickly talk back to them. He's not humble. He had a big mouth on him. He would tell them to fuck off right in front of them, right? And I'll show you in interviews with Eminem how the real Eminem would act with other interviewers, and definitely he would be talking back. And this interview reminds me of the Mike Tyson interview that was with these guys, these two interviewers that were trying to make like a rile up Mike Tyson and confuse and make a kind of like a confusion. It's like a ritual, I guess, for their Freemasonic brotherhood. I know it's kind of strange, but just look into the Freemasonic rituals, and yeah, it's like pretty obvious that this is not the real Eminem, especially since him and Dr. Dre have different tattoos now, completely different tattoos, and their lyrics and how they perform and how they act are completely different. So look into it.
Was there any story in there that was hard for you to tell?
Yes, when I was a young kid, and about my daughter that passed away. Other than that, everything was smooth breathing, I think.
Did an inmate ever try Mike Tyson in prison?
No, fortunately that never happened.
What would you describe your first night in prison like?
Hey, it wasn't as worse as I thought it would be.
Oh, what did you imagine it would be?
Just not what I thought it would be.
You got super educated in prison, did you not? I mean, you.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know about educated. I didn't get educated in prison. I was in prison and I read a few books.
The idea that we would sit here and in order to sell the book, we continue to ask you questions that you may or may not want to answer.
I don't know. I'm answering you everything you tell me. Everything you say, I'm answering them. I'm not avoiding any of your questions. Do you figure that I'm avoiding anything, sir?
I just want to actually comment on this outfit that Eminem, the fake Eminem imposter, is actually wearing at this interview with I forget his name, but he's the host of these like late night talk show hosts, and he's very quick-minded. So he's very quick to think of some kind of witty remarks, but he's just a puppet, and he works for the system, for the elites. And anyway, he's there doing the ritual of humiliation to the fake Eminem, and I noticed that this Eminem, he's wearing a very interesting outfit. If you can see actually the necklace he's wearing the all-seeing eye pyramid triangle, which is interesting because that is already a symbol of the eye of Horus, which is on the dollar bill, which is a symbol of Satan. It's pretty much Satan's all-seeing eye. Satan, he's not omniscient like God, so he wants to eventually have cameras everywhere so they can see everything. Anyway, and Eminem's outfit is a black and white duality. They always have their black and white duality. If you watch music videos or MTV Awards, they always have black and white tiles or black and white somewhere clothing in their media. and it symbolizes duality. Their good and bad karma can balance out. Their bad karma, they can balance out their bad karma by doing good deeds, which is actually very dangerous because it would actually suggest that you could actually do a lot of bad things and then do some good things, and it would balance it out. But actually, that's a lie. And he has the gray in the between his hat, which symbolizes the blending of the dualities. And also, I want to say that Eminem, in this one video, they're actually like kind of mocking him. I see Anderson Cooper, who's like a puppet. Anderson Cooper is pretty much saying, "Hey, Eminem, fake Eminem, do you like spending money? We heard you had to ask someone about buying a watch."
Spending money? Clearly not. Not particularly. I heard a story that you wanted to buy a watch, and at this point, you've sold millions of albums, and you wanted to buy a watch.
I know the story.
Is that true? You called up your manager to see if you could afford to buy the watch?
Yeah. I think it was a Rolex. Was it a Rolex? It was a Rolex. And I asked him, could I afford it? Because they make fun of me for it.
Why would the real Eminem have to ask anyone about that? It just shows that he's just a puppet.
Well, Marshall Mathers, thank you so much for joining me.
Am I performing next, or?
That would be great, but we are kind of tight on time. Okay, come back in August because I think I'm hosting again then, and you'll be phenomenal. Marshall Mathers, we'll be right back.
And yeah, like Dr. Dre, he died a long time ago too, and even in this interview I can show you here, he's like, it's so funny. It's like they're two people who are they're imposters. They're faking two famous people who were murdered or died, and then they're like straight up saying like, telling the people like, hey, like it's kind of funny, like this is kind of like a rebirth of me. Like you can see that Dr. Dre, he's much more muscular than his original self. He's got his tattoos are missing on his hands.
Get him to finish the album.
That's what it did. It's like, yo, come on, let's go. Let's get it. You know, this is what he was saying after I heard the song.
You know, the car crash, I think, is just metaphorically speaking, like, you know, feels like Dre's been in a coma.
It's funny because last night it almost felt like this song and this video was like, you know, the rebirth of something, maybe the rebirth of me.
Eminem's facial features are different. His tattoos and personality and lyrics and hand gestures when he raps are different. Even in the end of this video I make about Eminem, I show that a good friend of Eminem who knew him for many years talks to him and has an interview with him, and the imposter he's interviewing the imposter, and he tells the imposter that he used to be best friends with Eminem, and the imposter admits, I thought I met you just out there for the first time.
Please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. Guess it's a Slim Shady in all of us. Okay. Let's all stand up.
We've known each other for a long time, and I've met you various points throughout every album, and I know that
I just met you out there, I thought.
Like outside the door, like he straight up just didn't even know this guy, and if he was smart, he could have said like, hey, I was in an accident, I did a lot of drugs, and I forgot a lot of people. Like he could have said something like that, but I guess he just couldn't think that fast, and he just said like, admitted like, hey, I thought I met you out there. Like, yeah, guys. So I want to say that straight up. I hope you guys know about this, what's happening in the world, and that these secret societies are controlling our world, that Hollywood is full of, and all these celebrities, all these Hollywood people are a bunch of fake people and satanic people, and I hope you guys tell he had a certain like budget he could spend. So yeah, that's all I want to say, guys. I hope you guys look into it, but again, there is a satanic elite that use Hollywood and celebrities and influencers, and they actually kill their own members and take them over, take their wealth. And sadly, I think that's what happened with David Chappelle, Eminem, Avril Lavigne, and Eminem. Wait, Eminem, David Chappelle. Who's the other guy they killed? Whatever. Anyway, peace.
Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Say what? Y'all know what's up? You check me out. It's still straight, yeah. AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Yeah.
They pay homage,
but haters say Dre fell off. My last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say raps change. They wanna know how I feel about it.
you ain't up on things.
Dr. Dre is the name, I'm ahead of my game. Still puffin' my leaf, still touching the beat. Still not loving police. Still rock the khakis with a cup in the crease. Still got love for the streets, reppin' 213. Still the beast bang, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change. Still
I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets and down with BET. Yeah. Give it up for my man Eminem.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk and they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. It's a bunch of gibberish and everybody acts like they forgot about Dre. What do you say to somebody you hate? Or anyone trying to bring something your way? Wanna resolve things in a bloody way? Just study your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on when I caught a guy, gave me an awkward eye and strangled him up in the parking lot. But it's dark or not, I don't give a damn if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park a dime when I'm drunk as white. Right next to a humongous truck and a 2-car garage. Hopping out with 2 broken legs, trying to walk it off. If you two chick, call the cops. I'ma kill you in them loud ass motherfuckers. And when the cops came through me, and Dre stood next to a burned down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches, and still weren't found out. So from here on out, it's the chronic 2. Starting the day, and tomorrow's anew. And I'm still up going up the jump to the death with a drop and chew. Slim Shady, hotter than a set of twin babies. And the Mercedes Benz with the windows up when the tip goes up to the mid-80s. Calling men ladies. I'm sorry, Doc, but I've been crazy. There's no way that you can save me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk, but they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. It's a bunch of gibberish, and everybody acts like they forgot about Dre. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk, but they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. It's a bunch of gibberish, and everybody acts like they forgot about Dre.
Yeah.